Alright, so another identity here. So for this one, clearly the left side looks like it's got more going on than the right, right? Secant theta, pretty simple there. So let's look over here. One strategy I like to use, if I see something like this in the denominator, sometimes I'll multiply by its conjugate, 1 plus cosine. So I do 1 plus cosine over 1 plus cosine. However, if I kind of look ahead, I just don't see that that's going to do a lot for me. It's going to get a little bit ugly, so I'm not going to go that route. By the way, just try something, right? And I've got more experience, obviously. That's why I can kind of see a couple steps ahead, and maybe I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work. But some of these I try, and I walk down a path, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is taking me where I want to go. I scrap the thing, I start fresh. And so don't feel bad if you need to do that. So one thing I see here, this secant, let's just rewrite it as 1 over cosine. Maybe, I don't know why that's going to help me, but let's just try something. Okay, so I'm trying something. So again, I'm working with the left side here. So 1 over cosine theta minus 1 all over 1 minus cosine theta. And again, all I did, I substituted for secant, which is 1 over cosine. Well, that's kind of an ugly looking expression, kind of complicated. Let's try to get rid of this denominator. It's basically a complex fraction. You think back to algebra 2, maybe college algebra. Let's simplify complex fractions. Well, the way to do that, let's multiply, or one way to do that anyway, let's multiply this denominator through both the top and bottom. Okay, so in fact, let me show that. So I'm going to do cosine theta times the top and times the bottom. So really I'm multiplying by 1. So I haven't changed anything. That's perfectly legal to do to just one side because all I'm doing is multiplying by 1. Now let's distribute that, see what happens. Well, cosine times 1 over cosine would just be 1. Cosine times negative 1 course is going to be minus cosine. Now on the bottom you could distribute, but I'm not going to. You'll see why. Let's just leave it like this. Can you see why I did that? Oh, 1 minus cosine over 1 minus cosine. Hey, I can simplify that expression. Those will divide out. And so I'm now left with 1 over cosine theta, which is the equivalent of secant theta. Hey, I got it.